That was so fast.
All right. Yes. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Unique Perspectives Podcast. I'm your host, Charles Dixon, and I'm here with my co-host. I'm about to say host, but co-host. Co-host Adam Ford. That's terrible. He's got the whole, yeah.
Oh,
anyway,
man.
so yes, how's everybody doing? You done started the show off bad already.
I don't even. I caught me off guard like a mug. What in the world?
Man.
Oh my God, what is going on? Doing okay. Dealing with the last vestiges of a cold or whatever like that. So if I sound a little congested or whatever, nasally, please forgive me.
Yeah, that's kind of been going around. I should have been having that nasally, all that, post
hay fever or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, allergies or whatever. But I've been doing okay. Been doing okay. Been trying to get some things in order, getting some things in place. Thankfully, the weather's finally stabilizing. We got some warm temperatures going on up here for the next couple of days. Actually, the next several days, it's going to be in the 80s. We don't get spring. We go right to summer. Bam.
Wow.
Right smack dab in the middle of the
hot
way.
there.
Man. I mean, you actually know what's interesting. The summer is they do get hot, but they aren't as humid as it is on the East Coast. The air is a little more dry.
Different. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? There versus being on the East Coast. I remember growing up, be so humid outside, man. You could walk outside and be drenched just from the humidity alone.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And I actually kind of miss that heat being here in the Midwest. Kind of miss that heat. But
DC heat hit different, right?
That DC heat, that Maryland heat.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Woo-wee. Y'all better open up the pools.
Right.
Playing up in here, man.
All the hood pools back in the day.
Pools, man. You better get those pools open, bro. These people will be passing out from heat stroke.
Right. Oh, man. Yeah, I got on my dark glasses, not on purpose. I'm kind of tired. Been a lot of working, man. My eyes look like I don't want to look like this.
Really, dude?
People think
oh my God, man!
But anyway, man. So, all right. So today,
what's going on in the world? Yeah, you got any world?
Let's see. In the world. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I knew it was something I had to say. It's gonna come to me in a minute.
Here we go. What did I have?
Oh, dude, man. I haven't said this, but I don't know how it skipped my mind today to not talk about it at all.
Okay.
Or not just to communicate it to someone. But anyway, the barber shop that I go to, right?
Okay.
It's kind of like a suites. It's like a nice modern place that got all these suites in it.
Mm-hmm.
And the suites have, like, you may see people doing hair, like cosmetics. I mean, you got nails, hair, all kinds of services that are kind of like related to self-care are there, right?
Yeah.
You even got a room where this lady that's quote unquote, she gets all this business because she does those shots for the glutes.
Okay.
All them ladies walking back there going there. And so anyway, across from where my barber is a suite directly across from here. It's like a hallway, then there's a suite, then there's an area where a bunch of dryers are or whatever, hair dryers. But in this suite, this lady, she's probably hardly not ever there. I think I've seen her one time, and she has like a bed in there. But mind you, there's no curtain. There's just you can see where I'm going. There's a bed in there, like
I don't want to
customers come in there. This isn't going to go well, but anyway,
I don't want to see.
There's a bed, Adam, and normally what I see happening is she will have somebody laying down, and it looks like she's doing their lashes or doing something to their eyebrows.
Okay.
Or whatever the case is, something because I try not to be nosy because it's right in my visual.
Right. Yeah.
Why today? I was rushing. I got there on time, but I sat down. I didn't even pay attention across the hallway. I was just talking to the guy. Then we get to go on with the barber thing.
Yeah.
So when it dawned on me, when I saw the lady who's the whatever Titian name is in the front of her name.
Okay.
I saw her standing up.
Okay.
Caucasian lady that kind of has she acts like she has a drip of color, if you get my drift. But anyway, she tried to act color. Anyway, I looked and I was like, is she doing this lady's? Like, what's going on? I was just curious. I was legit like, what is happening over there? Because all I'm looking at is the window.
Okay.
Dude, why? She was waxing the lady.
Oh,
Lord. With no curtain. I said, what? I had to just say, look.
What kind of barbershop you going to?
This is not going to be good, man. But anyway, I couldn't believe that. I said, what in the world? I said,
Lord.
I see why you don't come to work, Harley.
Right.
This is crazy. It's a nice, upstanding looking place. It didn't look like no hole in the wall, but I was just like,
she ain't got no curtain, no door, nothing like that. I would think that the customer would want some privacy.
Yeah, I just thought that was crazy. And it was just like,
That's wild, bro.
I don't care how you try to stand by it. I see what's happening. So it's just like, that's just crazy. I wouldn't even want to do it if I'm a woman for safety purposes.
I mean,
you don't know what somebody will do or wait for you outside or anything, depending on how crazy somebody is. You don't know.
At least get a partition or some curtains or something. Or look, a sheet.
Something.
A bed sheet. Something, some towels.
Wow.
Hang a clothesline. Do something.
Yeah.
Anyway. Now I regret asking that question.
I shouldn't have. I should have
just left it alone.
Yeah,
anyway.
But in other news,
God help us.
I know I mentioned this before, but I don't know what's happening with, I keep saying this, but what is with the uptick of fighting? Now the graduations, people fighting at the graduations, fighting out if you look, you scroll everywhere, there's a group fight.
Really?
Or somebody's acting a fool. It's just like, man, this is wow. I'm like, what's in the air? But it's something is happening. But
I mean, this time of the year, summertime, it get hot outside. People just start acting crazy, like they have lost their mind. Like here in the Chicago area, they've been having what do they call it? It's a teen thing where all the teens show up.
I heard about that.
In mass
I forgot what they call
numbers.
It. But they're getting ready to change the laws there, where they're trying to say if the kids get caught, that they're going to charge.
They're going to hold the parents. Yeah, they need to.
I understand. I mean, I get it. Yeah.
Because I was like looking at that. I was like, wow, this is crazy right here. And it's happened at least 2 or 3 times within the last couple of days since Memorial Day.
Yeah,
they've been showing up in mass numbers, man. Yeah. And then the police have to deal with all of the craziness that I'm like, this is wild crazy. Right here. This is crazy. Yeah, Joe. Anyway, Lord, have mercy.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the main news, you ain't hear nothing about the war, and it's quiet. Something's happening. It's just real quiet.
Oh yeah. I mean, you keep up with it, you find out what's going on. They still doing the blockade or whatever like that. So they haven't gotten to the point where they want to settle or negotiate a peace treaty. So it's still what it is. Gas prices still high.
Real high.
Until they get the Strait of Hormuz straight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
This is crazy.
Yeah, man. For real.
That's a smooth name, the Strait of Hormuz. Should have some nice some luxury homes along the strait. Where you live at? Oh, I live along the
Strait of Hormuz.
I'm in the Strait of Hormuz. Dang, for real? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Right next to Abu Dhabi. There we go.
Right. Oh man. Okay, let's get into today, Mr. Sir. All right.
Yeah.
Today's show is hinged upon the concept of get it how you live it. Of course, we talking all things love, but get it how you live it. And I was thinking of this maybe a week or so ago, and I was thinking about this title. And I was saying, and there's a few ways you can kind of spin this, but one core way is there are a lot of us, Adam, that are, how do I say it? Hold on, let me see. Hold on, I think I had something earlier. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. No, sorry. There's a lot of people who desire a thing, but are not receiving a thing and are being stuck. So basically, what I'm trying to say in so many words is when you want something, but we're not always true to who we are at the core at that moment. Like when we're desiring love, everyone has a right to desire love, however you want to get to it.
Right.
But is it wrong to ask that we be realistic? Like in our exploits, in our hustles? Because I think the reason for so much chaos and the reason why, we're saying, oh, it's pee in the pool, or this isn't working, or the options are not good, this, that, and the other, is because there's a lot of time spent discussing indifference. So the indifference is there are a lot of odd and evens. Like, you know how they always say opposites attract.
Mm-hmm.
I always say opposites divide. But anyway, they say opposites attract. But if you don't have no commonality, you're gonna divide.
True.
So a lot of times we have to say to ourselves, am I getting it how I live it? Like my day, when I say your day to day, like let's just take, for instance, let's go extreme. The Christian man or woman who has grown frustrated with their options or with their experiences, that maybe this didn't work out, or this marriage or whatever. And then the person says, well, I'm talking to Abu. He treats me so good, but he's a Muslim.
Okay.
So nothing wrong with him being a good acting Muslim, right? But you're not, at the current moment, you're not getting it how you live it. How you live it is you go into a Christian house of worship every week, right? Abu goes to his place, his mosque, whatever that looks like for him.
Right.
So while we can be attracted and while we can be enjoying how someone is treating us, talking to us, handling us, or whatever you want to call it, the turmoil eventually surfaces because Abu, 9 times out of 10, is going to try to talk about your Christianity, and he's going to try to tell you you need to level up and come here, right? And you're going to eventually be in these conversations where you're like, well, why can't we just leave that out and you do what you do and we just enjoy each other? But a lot of times when you are not living it how you are, when you're not getting it how you live it, that indifference is going to show its head, and it's going to become 9 times out of 10 the bane of the existence between y'all. Like if there's no real commonality, you're going to find yourself, someone is going to always either be overly investigative or insecure, or they're going to feel inadequate, especially when it comes to, let's just say, you ever notice, Adam, how remember when we started out in our law firm journeys back in the day and all those things?
Yeah.
It always used to make me laugh when when they deliver that patent office mail, when a person goes back in those days, they had the cart and they pushing the cart down the hall.
They push the cart, they're delivering the mail, right? Yeah.
It was always the comedic mailroom guy who tried to get it how he didn't live it. And he always want to go past the expensive. He tried to flirt with the partner of the firm. He tried to flirt with this is the partner. Not only can she get you fired today,
right,
but you really reaching, and it's not. But guess what? Here's where it gets deep. Yes, the partner needs love too.
Right.
He or she can still need love.
Yeah.
But what we forget is, even though that's the case, and even though the mail room man or woman has their right to aspire, right, to do whatever, talk to whomever,
right,
but it gets real when you have those conversations, because 9 times out of 10, if a partner of a male or female partner entertains at all the security guard or the mail room person, the number one thing they're going to look for, if they are already realizing where you are, they want to hear, what is your plan of attrition to move away from this? Like, let's just say if you're talking to the mailroom guy and she's like, so why do you keep flirting with me? Well, I think you fine or whatever. So the conversation moves on, and then she says to him, so what are you trying to do with yourself? Look, the wrong answer is, well, I just got on here at the law firm. I'm good. This is my job. I love it here. Wrong answer. She's wanting him to say, well, I do this for now, but you do know at night I'm going to, I go to Georgetown Online because I'm taking my so-and-so to become a chemical engineer or whatever the case.
I'm on the come up. Yeah.
Well, I'm on the come up. But the problem is we want to stretch and jump all the way across the field to get to the other side, but we're not getting it how we live it. We're trying to get it how we aspire to hustle to it, but not how we live it. So go ahead, I'll take it from there.
Okay. All right. So let me just want to read this real quick. Get it how you live it. Soft Life on the social feed. Hard lessons in your bed. This episode is for the ones who light candles, journal, and sage their place, but will still deal with the one who brings them chaos. Get it how you live it is your gentle drag and honest mirror in one, because the life you're curating and the love you're tolerating don't match. This week on Unique Perspective Podcast, we're talking to people who post peace but sleep next to the same person that keeps disturbing their spirit. This isn't another love yourself more TED Talk. This is for the overachievers in love, the ones who can manage a team, a household, or a business, but somehow can't resign from a situationship with no benefits. Let's decode together the difference between polishing your hustle toward finding authentic love and a self-serving hustle that only benefits you. So
what comes to mind to you when you kind of hear that?
So I guess again, I got to refer to the conversation that we had prior to the start of the show, and it kind of reminds me of, it's funny that you brought up the whole mailroom person. I think about the old crew back in the day,
Randy
and all of them.
Randy,
I saw him walking down
he talked to everybody,
man. Talking to everybody, who he was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it does kind of it puts you in the mindset of a person who's working that fast food job, right? They in the back frying up the fries, but they have desires and goals to capture somebody who's making, six figures. That young lady that's in the back making up the hamburgers to sell, you know what I'm saying? She's looking for that Prince Charming, as you will, to come through and to save her. Well, it's nothing wrong with having ambitions, nothing wrong with having desires. I think sometimes we have a tendency to expect things that aren't based in reality in terms of where we are. That's not to say that, the person that comes to the fast food store isn't viable for her or isn't a good candidate, but she desires somebody who's on a whole nother place, a whole nother level in terms of making money, whereas she's in the fast food realm. So she's not even in the six-figure circle. She's nowhere near the six-figure circle. She's in the back making up the hamburgers. And that's not to say that she's not maybe in school trying to further her education or trying to get her degree so that she can finally get there. But I think sometimes if you're not careful and if your expectations aren't grounded in reality, your expectations will put you in a place that just isn't real. It's literally a pipe dream that you're expecting somebody just to show up out of the blue sky and sweep you off your feet.
Wow.
That's not real. That's not getting it where you live it at. That is a pipe dream. That you're putting it all the way out there. You know what I'm saying? And why not deal with the person who's next to you in the same situation? And I understand you want to better your situation, but putting your expectation in a place where they will never be fulfilled is just disappointing at the end of the day.
Wow.
I'm just saying. Where's your reality check at in terms of actually trying to pursue what you can actually obtain?
Wow.
I'm not trying to burst nobody.
No, that's real. No, I think like I was telling you beforehand, I think let's again staying even back when I told you about the church reference. You know how it's always preached in church that faith without works is dead,
Right.
right? And what did I say? Faith is the evidence of things
hoped for, substance of things not seen.
Substance of things not seen.
Yeah.
And so it's like a thing where that will tell the average reader that it's okay for me to hope and aspire towards where I believe I belong.
Right.
You can't argue with anybody's hope and belief of themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
They feel they belong here or there, or this is where I should be living my best life, so on and so forth. But the current circumstances does not speak to that.
Right.
So
well, see, that's just like like I said, it's like the guy who's who goes to the gym and he's working out, right?
Yeah.
And his desire is to capture a Victoria's Secret model.
Oh, wow.
But you're not in Victoria's Secret circles.
Wow.
You're not in Victoria's Secret spheres.
Wow.
Who do you know?
That knows one of them. Yeah.
Who knows the Victoria's Secret model?
Yeah.
Yet you have this desire, this unrealistic expectation to be able to obtain something that at this point in time, you really have no real way to get. And I think, again, if we're not careful, we're looking for things or expecting things to happen in our lives that we're not in the same realm to be able to get to or to obtain in terms of whoever this particular person is. And that's with whatever thing that was out, whether it's money, whether it's looks, whether it's location, whether it's job, whatever it is. If you have this expectation, then how are you actually going to get it? How are you actually realistically going to get it? I'm not talking about pie in the sky. I'm talking about, okay, boots on the ground. You got an actual plan as to how you're going to get this thing done. That's all I'm saying.
Wow. That's good, man. So, all right. Let's look at it like this. Getting it how you live it, and we've already discussed the one part about like aspiring to kind of hustle toward a love that you're quote unquote not either qualified for, right? Or prepared to love in that sphere, as you put it.
Yeah.
The other way is when you're not getting it how you live it, is there are people in relationships, Adam, that willfully know they're not happy.
Okay.
So if you're somewhere that the best is not being pulled out of you, and that best doesn't mean perfection, and it doesn't mean that it's going to be lit every single day. Okay. But when you are partnered with someone who brings the better out of you, the bulk of your days are consistently positive.
Okay.
Positive. I mean, not perfect. Again, not perfect, but at least positive.
Okay.
But a lot of times, we're reluctant to move past these places of chaos because they're comfortable. Like sometimes chaos is all most of people know, right? They know some level of it. It may not be extreme, but it's some level of drama, chaos. Eventually the shoe gonna drop. Eventually I already know that you got somebody. I know this, it's like we go into it, like you used to always say to me, jaded a lot of times.
Yeah.
We don't go into it clean-minded. Right. So I'm saying that to say, if you know, like this is the day to legitimately get it how you live it.
Okay.
Don't suppress what's not right. And what's not right doesn't just mean, we're not talking about judging people's spirits. I'm talking about if you know it does not align.
Right.
If you know you're being treated way beneath, right? You're not being treated way beneath, or like as they say in the scriptures, you're not even getting a reasonable service, right? A reasonable service. So what I'm saying is we all know it, men and women. We all have been in situations, are in situations that are subpar by the way we are treated, by the lack of respect, by the things that are said to you on a daily basis, the way that you're being treated or lack thereof. And it's something, Adam, about when someone in the dynamic wakes up. When a person wakes up and realizes, you know what, this is an extreme waste of my energy and time. Right. And when the person shifts and they take the decision in their own hands to say, look, I'm not going to fight for this no more.
Right.
I'm not going to be calling to try to reconcile no more. I'm going to focus on me and move on.
Wow.
People have a way of reconciling themselves in your absence. But unfortunately, at that point, when a person is beginning to become absent, it's too late at that point. Because their absence says, I no longer want to fight.
Okay.
If the person doesn't want to fight anymore, you're going to have some problems on your hands. If they don't want, it's like most of us are used to people fighting. We used to that, but we don't, when it's peaceful, we don't know what to do. When somebody's nice,
right
now it's like, you know what, it's a little too nice. I kind of like them, but a little too nice. You know what I mean? So that kind of stuff. So you got to be able to decipher between the two and make that decision and say to yourself, look, I deserve this and so much more. And I guess in short, when I say get it how you live it, if you show up to it, and even if you believe you deserve it, if you show up to it and you're not able to perform well in it, that is your sign that it's not time yet.
Okay.
Or you're not ready for it.
Yeah.
Because you ever think about how we see moments in professional, whether sports, acting, or whatever, a person may have got a call. Maybe somebody was calling, they were calling somebody to do a role in a Christian movie, Adam, right? And maybe you've been at home taking classes and nobody really understood how talented you were becoming during your classes. And then one day you get the call. Hey, Adam, we had someone to drop out. Do you mind coming and doing this movie? And you sitting there like, me? You gonna choose me? So in that moment, because you did the preparation, you show up and hit the roll out the park.
Right.
And now everybody knows Adam because you showed up prepared.
Right.
But if you show up to love unprepared, nobody wins. It's just losses.
Yeah.
Right? Another loss to your column because you wanted something that you saw, but when you showed up to it, who got there before you were your inadequacies, your insecurities. You didn't arrive. Those things preceded you. So when the relationship starts and kicks off and it's moving, the things that are dictating what's happening is insecurity, insufficient thoughts, insufficient funds.
Right.
Those are the things that step out in front and bother you. You know what I mean?
No, I get it. I kind of want to go back to the whole when you were talking about the fact that a lot of times we are in situations that are chaotic and we have become, I guess, used to the chaos.
Yeah.
The chaos has become home to us. Whereas it's almost as if that the only way that you can feel comfortable or for you to feel normal is in a situation that is not normal or that is abnormal. You're in a situation or in a relationship that you're having to deal with all of the drama and you only feel at home in the drama. So when there's nothing happening and there's peace on the home front, then you don't feel at home.
Yeah.
Because you need there to be war.
Yeah.
Peace doesn't feel like home. War feels like home. Chaos feels like home. Anarchy feels like home because that's what you're accustomed to. That's your normal. And a lot of times we're not really doing the work on ourselves to help make the adjustment and the change within ourselves to say, okay, you know what? It's okay for things to be peaceful. I don't need anything happening right now. It's okay to be in a place where people are treating each other with respect and not abusing each other.
Wow.
But unfortunately, there are a lot of us who don't feel okay unless somebody is abusing us.
Yeah.
The toxicity comes through, right? And I think we need to readjust the way that we think about, well, number one, the way we think about ourselves. Let's talk about that.
Wow.
Because if you're only at home in chaos, then we need to ask the question, how is it that you're only okay with chaos? And that when peace comes along, you're not able to identify peace because all you know is chaos. Wow. You know what I'm saying? It almost goes through the whole thing. And I think I must have saw something on my YouTube feed where the girl was talking about the fact that she can't deal with the good guy. You know what I'm saying? You know, because the good guy is the good guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if I have the good guy, then I don't know what to do with the good guy because he treats me good. I need somebody to cuss me out and beat me and belittle me. And that's the only way I feel okay. You know what I'm saying? That has to change. I mean, at least you should want it to change. But here's the problem, right? Some of us don't want it to change because, again, that's what we are accustomed to.
Wow.
That is the thing that is familiar to us and makes us feel at home when we're in situations like that. So get it how you live it. Well, maybe you need to change the way you're living it.
Oh, because that can always adjust it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe you need to change the way you live in it because the way you live in it is not servicing you in the best possible way.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I think some of us are so comfortable with the chaos, and that's a problem, right?
Yeah.
That's really not real life.
Yeah.
Every moment is not chaotic and messed up. It shouldn't be, at least.
Yeah.
And you should at least have something enough within you to say, you know what? The way that they treat me ain't cool. Wow. This ain't right. I think I am worthy of more than this, at least a little bit something better than this. You know what I'm saying? To continue to have this continue to persist in my life where everything is just out of order and there's just anarchy everywhere. No, come on. We can do better than that.
I saw something earlier that Kay Williams said, but it's good. She always makes good comments. It was a question that I want to ask the ladies. I'll take a piece of what she said. In so many words, she was just saying basically it's difficult to find, I guess, that particular match in her. If I'm saying it's not wrong, Kay, correct me. But she's saying like in her tax bracket, so to speak, right? So what she said, what she does is she in turns goes to like the blue collar realm because she can. She said I can find someone there, and then she said, but because I could always upgrade them. So the question I have for the ladies is this: do women see like a man shows up, like she said, okay, I'm just using this as an example, okay? He's a blue collar worker. He shows up, and the woman is a high earner. Does she see the opportunity to upgrade or the ability to upgrade as respectful just as she will the ready-made man that shows up like you already want him to do? You understand what I'm saying? Like, let's just say, okay, here's the blue-collar guy. He drives the forklift, but he has a lot of potential. He's not making the money, but she's maybe the woman, because, you know, women in general, when they connect with their husband or their guy on a serious level, and if they have a good synergy, women have a way of seeing things where the man is dropping the ball.
Okay.
And she can, even whether it's in his house, whether it's how his presentation, anything, you need some flowers, you need this in the round, and you need to get this, or they'll tell you ways where you're slipping if they care, right?
Right.
So I'm saying that to say, does respect look the same with the builder guy than it does than the guy that shows up that he's already, like, you know, like the women.
I see what you're saying.
I need high value, man. So then he comes high value, and naturally you're gonna brag to all of your circle and tell them I met this high value person. But then if your friends ask you at the table, well, who are you talking to now? Donnell, where you work at? Oh, at the GM plant. That's not a bad thing because GM plant makes some money. But I'm just saying, maybe he's working in an apartment where it's like, you know, maybe he ain't making as much.
Okay.
And this is flip. This can be for the women, the men to the women, same thing. But the scenario is, I'm curious, how does that weigh out? Do women still see the build up as respectable and you're not going to downplay it? And I'm only saying that because I was reading, I always read into things. When I was looking at the way Kay was writing it, my mind automatically went to, she's just like, yeah, in this circle, the men that make what I make don't necessarily probably pay attention, right?
Got it.
Well, look, they looking in their way, I'm looking at mine. But then she was like, but in other words, but I can go downstairs to the basement with a blue collar. I'm just kidding, okay? And then I can find them, and they'll be more agreeable to be ready to date. That's what I'm trying to say.
So maybe they're a little more humble. Maybe they're a little more humble.
So I was just saying, in those scenarios, do women still feel the same? That's all I wanted to know. Yeah.
So the way I'm thinking about it, the way you're talking about it, it makes me think of, I guess, value, right? So if I go to and I'm not gonna put if I go to a 5 and dime store and buy a shirt, okay, I might not necessarily value that shirt, and I might just use that shirt for anything, right? Versus me going to a high-end store like a Neiman Marcus, Bloomingdale's, buying an expensive off-the-rack shirt that actually cost me something. Wow. I'm going to treat that shirt a little more respectfully because it cost me something. The discounted shirt didn't really cost me that much. So the value that I esteem or attribute to that shirt, I don't give as much, right? Because it didn't cost me that much. But the higher end shirt, it cost me more. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's a really good question for the women to kind of like, I guess, ponder, because I guess it depends on how you see a person, how much value they actually have.
Yeah.
And it can be based on, I guess, whether or not they are blue collar worker, white collar worker, fast food worker, you know what I'm saying, or an entrepreneur. I guess all of those particular things have different values because they're on different levels, right?
Yeah.
But I guess the thing is, you have to see and be able to, I guess, assess for yourself what value they actually have, because what value you give them will determine how far you're willing to go to get them. I don't know if I'm explaining it right.
No, I get it.
Okay. So for example, the blue collar worker, you see them, you talk to them, they may express to you that, hey, you know what? I don't always want to be a blue collar worker. I have plans. I think I want to go to college and get my bachelor's degree, and then maybe after that get my master's degree, and then after that maybe get my doctor's degree, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they might see it as something that so this is what we're going to do. We're going to help you get there. We're going to help you do that. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't start out with that value.
Wow.
That's something that they got that you helped them to get.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So I'm telling you, that's why I said it doesn't look the same, because I've seen this play out in many ways where, let's just say, like the old ladies will say, Kay, back in the day, the old mothers would be like, don't you buy no man no pair of shoes, you're gonna walk right out your life. Those old sayings and things like that. In other words, the older women would say, watch how much you enable him.
Got it.
Because sometimes if you're enabling someone that's in need of help, like everybody that's in need can play the role of I need you very well.
Right.
And that I need you to some women or men could translate as elevated interest. Right. But really it's need.
Okay.
And we don't look at it like that. We look at it like, you ate today? I'm gonna go ahead and send you a cash app so you can go ahead on and eat. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case, you caring and acting like it's all romantic, but that person just legitimately needs you in that moment.
Okay.
And so sometimes if you're not careful in the way that you are enabling the people that you're entertaining, a lot of times you will end up wasting your time because you would have been propped someone up to walk right away from you.
True.
And that's because genuine help is only help when the person receiving the help is very authentically, genuinely appreciative of the person extending them the olive branch, right? And that's not to say you're a low-level person. It's just saying, I realize at this state that you're in right now, you're not in the best place that you want to be to get it how you live it, right? But I'm interested in you, so let's go ahead on and see where this goes. And I think specifically for women, because I bet you this is looked at differently on the man's side and the woman's side. Like women helping the man versus the man helping the woman is different. Because women will be in a group of other women, and if one of those women think that you were the bum, they're gonna tell you. They're gonna be like, "Girl, I would kick him out your house. He will not be in my house. Tell him to go. He a bum." You know what I'm saying? Somebody in that circle gonna say that. But on the other side, if the man is bringing someone up, the women in some cases will be like, "I know that's right. He's a good man. He's a good man for helping."
Okay.
But on the other side, the woman helping, her friends are going to be like, "Girl, you is just desperate. You a pick me. I would not do all that." You know what I'm saying? They're going to be like, "Why you doing all that to him? That." You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff.
So this is how I'm looking at it. And again, I might be off on this, and I probably am. But I at least if I'm going to be in a relationship with somebody, and they're going to be in a relationship with me, how we see each other needs to be equitable. And what I mean by that is we need to see each other's as equals, right? I need to see you on the same level that I am on. And I think if we're not, I think we need to kind of dismiss the whole money situation.
Yeah, for sure.
And all of this other extraneous stuff, and actually see the person for who they are in terms of what they bring to the table.
Value.
Because if you because I need to be able to see intrinsic value in you as a person, not your bank account or the car you drive or the house you live in, but the value of who you are.
Yeah.
Because if I don't see the value in you, then how do I know you see the value in me?
And that can change.
Well, yeah, it should change. It should change. It should be adjusting as we go along. It should be maturing. It should be growing. So how I see you it helps me to assess the value that you bring. But I need to make sure that I'm also bringing something as well. That we are on the same level as far as dealing with one another and as far as helping each other out. Because what I do for you, I'm willing to do because I see the value in you. And what you do for me, you do because you see the value in me. And then I'm not trying to paint a fairy tale, but if you're going to operate in a relationship in terms of being with somebody, then you need to be able to communicate to them, hey, you bring this, I bring that, let's work this thing out together. This is the value that we bring to each other, right? You know what I'm saying? So because if you're not careful, what happened is it'll go like this. I did this for you. Now I'm going to use what I did for you as leverage to get you to do what I want you to do for me.
Control your emotions.
Right. Versus you offering it freely. See, that there's a difference in that. Because what I don't do to hold it over your head. I do it because I see value in you and I want to help you.
Wow.
Why shouldn't I? Because you're a part of my life. And if you go down, then I go down. But if you go up, then we both go up. How about that?
Yeah. I mean, like you said, excluding money out of the scenario. I mean, you can exclude it, but the notion of resourcefulness is important.
I understand.
It really is. It's like, but it's not everything.
Right.
Money part isn't everything because there are things you can get in your partner or a man can find in a woman that's simply irreplaceable.
Yeah.
And you would rather have the woman more than the money.
Right.
Absolutely. You just want to, if it came down to it, look, I'm in her presence, I'm good as long as I'm here. Right. If I'm here, I'm good. So it comes down to that. Now, not everybody can say that all the time, especially in this day and time. They'll be like, forget the woman or the man, I want the bag. right? But because we look at the bag as the bag in this day and time can get you all of the other transactions that you like. That's how we see it. Like the bag, if you got the bag, if you're a man, you're never gonna be without a woman. If you're a woman, you're never gonna stop having dudes in your DMs because you glowing up, right? So you always have a revolving Domino's pizza line ready to order and deliver all the time. So you're never gonna have that. So that's what I think makes it hard today, because we look at finding love differently. Although we say we want it, but we're taking different routes. The routes we are taking today, we're not getting it how we live it, right? We are getting love how we imagine it to be, or wish for it, hope for it, or look, like you just said, and expect it. Based off of social media constructs, we're now expecting people to show up certain ways that's totally unrealistic. But in our minds, well, I feel like you should be doing this. You know what I mean? Or this, that, and the other. Yeah.
Well, you know what? It's not even the social media thing. I mean, it is, but it's also what we have in our mind, what our parents told us. And what we have seen demonstrated in other people's lives. And we formulate this idea. And again, there's nothing really wrong with that. But I must reiterate that it has to be grounded in reality. Because if you're going to pursue somebody with your expectations, and your expectations aren't realistic, then I guarantee you will be disappointed. As a matter of fact, you might even find the person that you think, you're pursuing after, right? But the expectation, the anticipation and the expectation is always going to be higher than the actual reality. It's always going to be higher. Because your mind has a way of just building it up until the reality never is able to reach the actual expectation that you have created in your own mind. You know what I'm saying? So somewhere down the line, you have to be able to go, okay, you know what? Let me just kind of like slow it down and really look at this for what it actually is, and be like, okay, this is what I'm willing to work with. This is where I'm willing to go. And here's the thing. Everybody's going to have something different. Nobody's going to have the same thing as any other person will.
For sure.
And we should, because we're all different people. Even between me and you, Charles, we're different. So our expectations or our goals, they're going to be different because we're different people. They should be different. You know what I'm saying? And so you need to be able to, whatever your expectation is, need to be able to ground it in a real thing, so that when the real thing does come along, you don't miss it because you're expecting something else.
Wow. You know what I think has really jacked us up? This morning I was getting ready for work, and I was just scrolling out as I was getting ready, and I stumbled on TikTok on, it was like a female-owned chat page. And the thing was talking about why do men, like, what is something about why is it a big deal about men wanting to go 50-50 with women? And so it was about 50-50. That's what the show was about. And the thing that I noticed that stood out to me was that the women that were moderating and kind of pulling you up to the stage, they would jump in, like if a man got in there, even if a lady said something about if she didn't have a problem with 50-50 or whatever, they talked about her like she was low value.
Oh, wow.
And if the men got in there, they said, so you mean to tell me you must not be a provider? And this is the first thing I came to my head. I wanted to say something so bad. I refrained that. But let me tell you, I'm going to tell you what I think has messed us up as a culture and people. For years now, we have played marriage without being married. We have had unofficial wives and husbands for years. And what I mean by that is a provider is a husband. A boyfriend, a man can look out and help out, but that's a different from a provider.
Right.
And the women were fussing, saying, in other words, don't come to me with no 50-50. That's a roommate. I can stay by myself and do all of this. I don't need this. But guess what? 50 is better than 100. If you paying 100, 110 now, isn't 50 or 60 better than you not paying nothing? But the way we look at it, Adam, now is we look at it like, and I said this on one of the other shows, it's like we've gotten it so messed up. We are attempting to erase the significance of the wife and the husband. Because if we are acting like wives and husbands now, what are we looking forward to? If you're expecting me to act like a husband 1, 2 year, 6 months, 3 months into knowing you, then what is over the rainbow if there's something over there? Because technically, the way I see it, nobody's perfect. Nobody has everything. We all have our setbacks, set ups, set downs in life. Things happen, right? We lose it. We got it one day. We lose it the next. But I do think the goal is for two people to meet, two responsible adults, that know how to pay their own bills on their own before even connecting with anybody. You should be able to survive on your own first, then connect with the person to make it beautiful. But what we're wanting now is, I'm on my own, but if you are paying me attention and you're in my face, you need to be paying to be here. That's kind of what that's what we're telling. That's what we're saying. Like, I need you to show me you are a real man or a real woman today. And do all of these things. Like, if you're a man, you telling the woman, "Oh, so you mean you tell me you can't co-sign for a brother? Oh, don't I keep your kid while you at work? You know, whatever the case is." So the man is wanting the woman to do these reach projects for him. Do this for me. You should do this and that. And he's not married to her. Or you got the woman who's wanting the man to step out on a limb. Forget about that. He has to pay for his residence, his car note, his bills. You should be man enough to afford you and me and make me psychologically safe just as my person. Not my husband, my wife. But I want to experience. I want a prefabricated experience of what is to come as your wife or husband.
Got it.
And I know this may sound crazy to some people, but I feel like this. If we exhaust ourselves in our performance beforehand, what do we do in the game? You ever think about sports, how the star player, there has been times when I remember there was a star player in, like, right now they're going through the NBA, the run to the NBA finals.
Yeah.
I can remember years ago, a particular star got hurt in practice. And because he was in practice, he could not show up to the final game, and they lost the series.
Oh, wow.
So the point I'm making is you got to live it to sustain it for the big day. You can't exhaust it in your practicing. If you practice, you got to practice makes perfect, but you have to practice carefully. Because if you practice recklessly, you can damage the whole effort of you preparing yourself altogether. Yeah. So if we want to find if we want to get with somebody and give your husband and your wife should get the best of you. It shouldn't be a mimic of how you treated Tyrone, Kevin, and Dirk. You know, I love his dirty draws. Why?
Wow.
Or vice versa. Why is he doing all of these things for this woman that a woman that's actually his wife would love him to death to do for? But you're doing it for the lady that you like her BBL, she look good, so you making sure you don't want for nothing. You didn't get her a ring, you didn't ask her to marry you, but I want you in the interim, you're not gonna want for nothing. Get my drift? So we play these psychological games. And it's like at the end of the day, all we're doing is making this construct in dating horrible for people because now people are not expecting you to come and show up and be a good person and get to know me and date and let's see where this goes. We're expecting you to show up and take off your backpack, show me your toolkit, give me your money. What can you do? What are you doing? And it's just like, look, is this what this is about? I thought this was about getting to know you and us deciding, number one, if we want to be exclusive. And if we do that and we go forward to something great. But in that time frame, that's not to say a man or a woman can't do great gestures for you. But we shouldn't be expecting someone to treat you like a spouse if they're not your spouse.
Right.
Our expectations in this department is really flawed. It's really jaded, crazy jaded. It's like the way we look and expect things. Like, so it's disrespectful because it's like at the end of the day, what do we expect to happen? Like I can tell you how men. I can't speak for women, but let me tell you how men are. You gotta be very careful with how much you offload to a man before he's uploaded you as a spouse. I'm gonna say that again. You gotta be careful how much you offload to a man before he has upgraded you to a spouse.
Okay.
Because the old people used to say, Adam, why buy the cow if the milk is free?
True that.
Now, Grant, let's be realistic. The cows are being cows.
Hey, Charles.
Huh?
Better yet, why buy the milk when the cow is free?
Oh. But okay, so listen. In reality, in today's world, like I'm not gonna say that that's not a true statement, but realistically, the cow and the milker is happening every day, right? And sometimes the cow is still being bought, right? But what I'm saying, the point I'm making is this: there has to remain a level of mystique as a spouse.
Okay.
If you overdo it, men will go from, and I said this years ago, men are good to transition a woman that has an intention to be like, girl, I'm gonna tell you something, I ironed his socks. Men have a way, listen, Adam, men have a way of transitioning a woman from being intended and who I'm got my eye on and who I am running forward to becoming the trusted friend. Know how this is true? Why do you think you hear men say, this isn't a compliment, newsflash, when a man says, that is my ride or die? Because in his eyes, she's died to him.
Wow.
She done showed him that you will take anything. You will endure anything. And it's a difference between a woman enduring and supporting a man and being there for him and a woman losing herself and no longer understanding who she is and giving to him. It's a different story. So when men get you to that point, then it becomes, oh, okay, then you're struggling to get out of that spot. And it's hard sometimes to make it out of that spot that you find yourself in. So this is why I'm saying it is very important to let's kill these expectations. Like if you still want to get married, because I get it. Not everybody cares about being married. I've been married before. I don't care, whatever. But if you love marriage or desire to be married, then keep the line separate. Leave something to be desired. You got to keep the line separate. You can't have the person paying. Guess what? Because it can work in reverse. You ever seen people give you everything that you wanted as their boyfriend or woman or man, and as soon as you get married, they stop. And they stop because I have you now. I don't have to do all that no more. Where you thinking they're a great provider and they always look out for me. They did it because they knew that's what kept your attention and kept you in a habitable space where they could put their eyes on you, right? They can track you. But when they have you, now it's like, well, We married now. I ain't got to do all that, but are we going to go 50-50? Like, hold up. I didn't go 50-50. We were dating. Well, life is hard out here, so we're going to make this happen, you and me. So that's why everything that's given to you pre-marriage is not always what it seems. Some of it is smoking mirrors to keep you.
Yeah.
And guess what? Some people will literally do what they need to do because they realize, matter of fact, the lady on that call, I wanted to cuss at this part out. The lady on that call this morning, she said when she asked the man about being a provider, because he was telling her, what about you having your own stuff? He was trying to say women should have their own and be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
And she gonna say, well, if she got all these other men in her face, how are you gonna stand out? And I said, is this an auction? Like what is going on? Like, in other words, because you have options, I gotta pick a bill to pay. Like, seriously, like
so.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, I just want to jump in and say this real quick, and I fear that this is the case when it comes to the whole, I guess, dating world and even relationships and even some marriages.
Yeah.
That we have reduced our relationships to transactions. Yes. It's all about transactions. Yeah. It's all about what you give me when I give you this.
Wow.
If I'm being honest, in my relationship with my wife, in terms of how we deal with things, I don't do anything from a place of transaction. I do it, number one, because I want to do it. Or actually, number 1A, I do it because I love her. Now, if love isn't the motivating factor by which you do what you do, then I question if you really do love that person, or if you're willing to do something without the expectation of getting something in return. And I think we are so transactional nowadays that if we can't possibly see the payoff, if we can't see the payoff, or even if the payoff is not what we think we should, what we expect it to be, then we're not going to do it. And then that's so sad and disappointing that we are living in a society today where it's just about transactions. It's just about me getting what I want to get. Wow. It later for the other person in terms of what I could do for them, how I could benefit them. It's all about me. It's all about what I can get. It's all about what I can do. And that goes right in line with the whole idea of why buy the cow when the milk is free. Transactions.
Yeah, wow.
It's a transaction when you get the milk, right? You got to pull those udders in order to get that milk out.
Wow.
But why should I? If I'm going through the process because I know I'm going to get a benefit out of this.
Wow.
Sometimes this is not cool, man. This is not cool, y'all. We should not be transactional in this, in terms of always expecting to get something in return. Whatever happened to doing for somebody just because it's good to do for somebody else. Now, and this is how you got to approach it in terms of being in a relationship with somebody. Go ahead.
No. That's a good point you're making, because this is right on the point with what Bruce is saying. And Bruce has said, I need work in that area. I expect reciprocity for what I do, or I'll stop doing it. Now, I'm gonna tell you,
a house is not going to be able to survive that way.
But I'm gonna tell you how I can see that. I'm gonna tap in to where Bruce is right there.
All right.
Potentially, I don't know this is what he means, but if I said what he said, I said it because what I have learned, Adam, in life, and I'm not saying this is all true to form and it happens all the time, this exact way, but you get the best out of love when you see the skin in the game. Like
absolutely. Yes.
The problem is people want everything, but they're not putting no skin in it.
Right.
And to a man,
they're not vested in it.
Men want to see reciprocity for what they do. And this isn't to say I need to have a tally checklist book and all these kind of things. Right. But the point is this. You got to understand this about men. when we give our resources, that's close to top tier of giving from here. Okay. When a man is giving you his resources, the worst thing you can do is be ungrateful and not appreciative. Mm-hmm. You're not appreciative and he's giving you his resources and he's trying to help you legitimately, not just saying, well, you know, I know you need the money, you little low life. He ain't saying that. He's just saying, I'm giving you this because I love you. So the least you can do is be appreciative, right? Okay, at least. Okay, don't be ungrateful. I'm doing this out of my heart. So what Bruce is probably saying and the reason he's being honest about the struggle, because I can imagine over time, a person becomes guarded because the more we give our resources, the more vulnerable our heart becomes. Okay. So if you get used to giving and giving and giving, and then someone is ungrateful, your resources are bleeding you dry emotionally. Forget about monetarily. Mm-hmm. Emotionally, you're giving, so you don't have much to keep you safe. Mm-hmm. So in other words, holding on to it and stopping if it doesn't work, it's his way of saying, this is my safety mechanism for my sanity. Because I'm not at a place of giving you something for free while you turn your back and give me the middle finger. Okay. This ain't that. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like when I'm giving you something because I'm legitimately sowing a seed, not to sit up there and just give you something for your leisure because you think you deserve it. Right. We work hard for our money. You know what I mean? Right. So
no, I definitely get that. I definitely understand that. I get that. Yeah, you don't want it to be that what I do is you don't see the value in what I do. Yeah. And so you don't value. And so what ends up happening is because you don't see the value in what I'm bringing, you take me for granted. Yeah. Is you approach me with an attitude and an air of entitlement, as if you deserve what I'm giving you. I'm giving it to you because I love you. Now, I need you to express that in some way. I need to see it returned somehow. But let me. I want to say this real quick, and I think I want to challenge us in terms of having this conversation. That again, that we don't allow our dealings with one another to become purely transactional. Wow. And Charles, I think what we need to, at least within my own relationship, I try to practice unguarded exchange. What I mean by that is when I'm giving you something, I'm not attaching any strings to it. I'm not holding it over your head. I'm not doing for you so that you do for me. Yeah. This is an unguarded exchange, meaning that what I'm giving you is given freely. What I'm giving you is an expression of how I feel about you. What I'm giving you is a demonstration of my affection for you. That's what I'm doing in terms of what I give you, in terms of me paying the mortgage, buying the food, cooking this, cleaning up that. It's an unguarded exchange because I'm sharing with you my service towards you to express to you how I feel about you. That's what's happening here. Wow. And if we're not doing it, and see, here's the thing about an unguarded exchange. If I'm unguarded in terms of what I'm giving you, you are also unguarded in terms of what you're giving me. And it may not be in the same way that we're doing the same thing, right? It may not necessarily be, you bringing the same amount of money to the table, but there ought to be some type of something that you are giving,
a compliment of some sort
that helps me understand that you appreciate what I'm doing just as you're doing for you.
Exactly.
That we're both in this together. This is why I talked about the whole idea of being equitable within the relationship. Because if I see you as inferior to me, that ain't gonna work. It's a mismatch. And if I see you as superior to me, again, it's a mismatch. It's not gonna work. Because if I see you as superior, then how do I get to where you are? Because I put you in a superior place. And if I see you as inferior, that means I got to come down. Wow. No. In this relationship, it needs to be equitable. We need to be on an equitable plane in terms of dealing with one another. I see you, you see me. We both value the exchange that we have with one another because we're both unguarded.
Wow.
We're both in a place where we are able to exchange and give to each other. Why? Yeah. Not just because I'm trying to get something from you, but I'm trying to give something to you to show you how I really feel about you. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say.
Well, somebody's on tonight, preaching on tonight. Cash out, brother. Anyway, no, listen, Adam, listen. On another note, so remember, I said number one, what I thought was one of our biggest detractors from keeping us from getting it how we live it is playing the whole expectation of husband and wife before you are husband and wife. A close second, Adam. Now I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be honest, but I'm going to be also honest on the backflip of it too. The honest side is this: if I had to go back in history and learn it how I heard it, not get it how I live it, but learn it how I heard it in life, I would have listened and not been intimate until I was married. I'm telling you. Now the flip side of this it's forbidden fruit that I enjoy. But it's forbidden. It should be forbidden.
It's forbidden.
Let me be honest about this. Let me tell you, we're gonna go somewhere with this one.
Oh Lord.
I think today sex has just become plastered everywhere. Everybody loves it. You can't live with or without it. But sex is the biggest trick amongst us because sex, when you start sex, not having a spouse or not being married, what the biggest deception about sex is this. Sex has both an action item attached to it as well as an expiration date. The action item is once you start it, there is an expectation to keep it. And sometimes situation may prohibit you from keeping it. You could not be by it. You could be this. It's get difficult. You know, different things happens, right?
Yeah.
But if you'll learn very quick, if you go long enough without it, the longer you go without it, it becomes closer to expiration.
Okay.
Meaning, usually someone makes a decision to terminate the intimacy and they go elsewhere. Right? They might still be there physically, but their body then went down the street. Right? So the point is this: when you dealing with the person, and this clouds people's judgment, stresses them out in relationships because people are fighting to try to make sure. One of the things everybody want to be, we might say, how you doing today? You feeling good? What we really want to say is, are you in good health sexually? Are you content? Are you on the edge? Are you satisfied? Are you starving? Are you resentful?
Wow.
Those are the questions we really want to know because we think sexually is what keeps it all intact or not.
Okay.
Because what's tied to the sexual part of it? Emotional. So the sexual wellness, emotional wellness. We want to make sure those things are intact. So sometimes the trick to having sex prematurely is because you start off something beautiful, but it can be dangerous if you don't steer it into the correct barn and finish it. If you don't finish it, it becomes dangerous because finishing it, people, what I mean is if you don't put the ring on it and go all the way to what you need to do. But if you stay in this forbidden zone and you continuing to have sex, it's dangerous emotionally for you because for the man, believe it or not, it's always looked at as the man, or they'll do anything, they'll do it to anybody, whatever. Listen, men, let me tell you the reason why men, Adam, cannot take what they dish. Because when men get what they give, infidelity destroys men. And the crazy thing about it, we are some of the big proponents of it.
Oh yeah.
But we cannot eat what we cannot regurgitate what we put out.
So the we can't take what we dish out. No,
women, believe it or not, as emotional as they are, they're far more resilient in that area than we think and are. This is why women can bounce back after so many egregious things that happen in intimacy or outside of the bedroom with someone else and all this kind of. Women they'll get mad and some of them will get you back at them, but women will fight to see another day. Right. Men, if he know, depending on listen, people that do infidelity, you shouldn't give no details. Rule number 1: don't give no evidence. Don't give no details. If the person found out, if a man happened to find out, just let him lay on the pillow as he is.
Yeah.
But if you tell a man, if the man know, well, I mean, Randy is just more gentle with me. I'm sorry. And then, to be honest, his size is a little different for me. It just
Lord.
The men will die. They will never live again. So the point I'm making is this. Emotionally, I'm joking, but emotionally, we can't reconcile. It's hard because we look at the women we decide to love, as flawed as we are and hypocritical as we can be. The women that we decide to say I love you to, if we think in our mind or fathom that they have allowed themselves to give themselves to someone, we look at them differently. It's hypocritical. It's facts. We look at them like as if they got Ebola.
Wow.
That's how we look at them. You've been hated.
Okay.
And the thing of it is, you would think we would think about it the way they think about it with us. But for some reason with men, I don't care where you go on this planet, you go see a man who has experienced infidelity and see what happened. Yeah. So but anyway, so it's a crazy thing. But bringing this on back into the lot, Adam, bringing it back to the depot, getting it how you live it. The moral of the story is what, Adam? It's getting it how we live it.
The moral is that you want me to do the moral of the story?
I'll help you.
I already did the moral of the story.
Okay, all right, fine. I was already preaching that. They want to go back in the back and get juice. Okay,
I'm ready to get some dinner now. All right, done.
No,
actually, you know what? Let me just hit the thing you're talking about, the whole sex situation, right?
Yeah.
And I think we know this. But often our desperation and our desire has a way of driving us into a place that we don't need to be, and we're there unauthorized. You are in a place you are unauthorized to enter. That's what sex is out of marriage. You've entered into a place that you are unauthorized to enter, and as a result of your unauthorized entry, there are violations and there are consequences.
Repercussions. Yes,
absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. But again. We do it because of our desperation and our desire and our drive, right?
Yeah.
We're there in a place that we should not be. And it's not that we can't ever get there. It's just that we're in a place that we're not authorized to be at that particular point in time. If you're not married,
think about
then the consequences are going to be on you. But and again, I don't want to continue to stretch this out. I don't.
Okay, we
already know that we're not supposed to be doing this. But like you said, forbidden fruit.
Yeah, forbidden fruit.
Look, forbidden fruit is only tasty when it's forbidden. That's human nature, baby. That's human nature. We only want what we can't have. You're unauthorized.
Think about the danger that's associated with being in some place unauthorized. Think about it. Think about if you go into the museum after hours and try to do something, you might get shot.
You got to go harder. If you go into a government facility without the proper ID. And they run up on you, man. You try to get into the Pentagon and you're not authorized to be there, man. Those daggone MPs will be on you so fast, so quick. And they're going to throw you into jail because you're an unauthorized person. You're not supposed to be here at this particular point in time.
Ooh.
Come on, y'all. But you know you're not. You know this is not the place where you're supposed to be.
Wow.
But because of your desperation, because of your desire, because of your drive, you are in a place that you do not belong. Right
like
now.
that song, How Did You Get Here? And then the second line is, nobody is supposed to be here.
Nobody's supposed to be here.
Right? Nobody. That's the key. How did you get in here? Because nobody is supposed to be here, but my emotions open the door.
Yeah.
So all right, that's good.
No, that's it. That's all.
Let's go on. Let's go on. That's a good show today, y'all. Appreciate y'all for hanging.
Man, we had to come back. We had to come back strong, because we was off last week.
Yeah, but we did it. I mean, again, like I said, everybody. The moral of the story, the takeaway is to try to be true. Be true.
Yeah.
The best way to kind of enjoy love and appreciate it is be true from wherever the place that you are in your heart and in your life, realistically. Look from that position, not through rose-colored glasses and unrealistic expectations. Connect from a place of realness, and it'll be more authentic and reciprocal when you find it. That's all.
Yeah, real talk.
All right, and to do your best. Look, as hard as it is to get around sex, if you haven't already started it,
that's what I'm saying. You open that door, it's hard to close that door.
It's emotionally, it's a mess.
Listen,
if you haven't already started.
It's hard to close a door with no door.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. All
right,
bro.
Y'all. All right, on tonight. We appreciate y'all. Next week for
Lord,
sure. We'll holler at y'all.
God help us.
Help
us, Jesus. Help us, Lord.
All right. Well, any last words? You good? All things clear, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Right. Hope everybody has a good weekend. Get outside for a little bit. Stay inside for a little bit, because if it's too hot outside, turn the AC on. Enjoy your family.
My eyes back to normal. Yeah.
Oh Lord, you probably need some daggone Allegra or something like that.
Oh, what that's gonna do? Oh, for the allergies and stuff.
You probably got allergies out there.
All right, yeah. All right, y'all. We holler at y'all.
All right, y'all. Have a good weekend. Peace. Have a great weekend.